This is a discussion of definition. The left. The left is not 90% of the Democratic Party. There are factions of the Democratic Party which are left. And I'm not talking about progressives either, because most of them are pretty much capitalists. And that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. But the left, the true left, is pretty much socialism. And there's very little true socialism in the Democratic Party. Very, very little. Now, what that means to me is that we nationalize certain elements of our economy and society. For instance, the healthcare system needs to be nationalized. Secondly, the financial system needs to be greatly regulated. If not, many portions of it nationalized. The banks need to become state entities owned by the people. Most companies need to revert to worker cooperatives. Hospitals need to be made non-profit or nationalized. These are the types of things we're talking about. The transportation system can do with a lot of nationalization as well. Energy. The oil companies need to be nationalized, taken over, and the board members either imprisoned or exiled. Those people, like Energy Transfer Partners, are enemies of the entire world. They're destroying the world, as are all the fossil fuel entities. These need to be nationalized and taken away from the capitalist system. We need to convert to renewable forms of energy which have very little stress by using fossil fuels to get there. And yes, that is a problem. Converting to renewable energy requires a lot of fossil fuel expenditure, and there must be ways to get around it. Furthermore, our first priority is to fix the environment. If we don't, we're dead. That means you, your kids, your grandkids, anybody that lives until about 2035 will be gone unless we reverse what's going on or stop what's going on. It has to be stopped. Secondly, the infrastructure must be taken care of. Thirdly, the military needs to be pulled home. These people can be employed in fixing our infrastructure and improving our environment and converting us to renewable energy. And by the way, do you know who's the biggest polluter in the country? The military. The military blows more fuel and drops more poison in the environment than anyone else. Furthermore, we need to regulate. We need to get back our regulations against the great poisoning corporations. Those people need to be limited. They need to have their nuts cut off. Okay, this is what needs to happen. So this is what the left really is, in my experience and opinion. It's not Democrats. They've never been the left. But if it wasn't for socialism and the Communist Party during the 30s, we wouldn't have had the New Deal. And the New Deal saved the country, and there's many people that will tell you that. Many, many people. Now, the Republicans and the GOP have returned to their age-old agenda of wresting all control and power back to themselves, along with all the monetary and financial gain. And what is this doing? It's destroying the country. These people are enemies of the people. So unless they will convert themselves and become humane and become friends of the people, they must be exiled or imprisoned.